Okay, we are live and recording. Awesome. So guys, hello and welcome. It's been a while since we did one of these channel update videos, I think last time in March 2024. And I really just wanted to talk about, first of all, you will notice there's no background music here. There is absolutely no editing. I'm uploading just the raw recording of this on my channel. There is a very good and honestly exciting reason for this, but also I wanted to address why I haven't released a video in the previous week, and I thought to myself, you know what, I may as well talk about these things, but also do a bit of a channel update video, okay? So first of all, just looking back since our most recent channel update back in March 2024, so let's consider it 2 years, it has been absolutely incredible. On my channel, I've managed to cover Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4 Remastered, along with their expansion campaigns and levels, so to speak, the Pistol, Time Trials, the New Game Plus videos. I also managed to cover the Harry Potter trilogy, the original PC one, Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, covering briefly the hated, absolutely hated Goblet of Fire. I can even look at the likes to dislikes ratio that people were not happy I was even covering that game, but I still had a lot of fun. And it's kind of incredible because I never would have imagined that I would be able to cover this many games in such a span of time. In the past, it used to be one game per year, and that's it, you know, a very casual approach. And a large part of this is the support of my Patreons, essentially. You guys have been absolutely incredible. I think in March or April, it's going to be 2 years since I opened up a Patreon. Now, as many of you might know, I have no ads running on my channel in any of my videos. None of them are monetized, not because they got demonetized. It's just I've never enabled monetization in the first place because there's few things I absolutely despise more than focusing on a video and having ads run at the beginning and the midsection, and in some cases even in between. And that's a big no-no for me. So I understand that this means, you know, YouTube is not a charity. It will not promote my videos as much, especially if they're long and especially if they're not monetized, because they get very little out of it, more like just recommendations to other videos that might actually be monetized. Nevertheless, that has never really been a priority for me, and the priority has been to leave behind some future-proof good guides that people might even discover decades from now on if the platform will still exist, even long after I'm gone, and it can help them when tackling an old, at that point, video game, right? That's kind of what it is all about. But the fact that so many of you have jumped on board, there are now 20 of you who are actually monthly financially supporting me to allow me to take the time off, since I'm now self-employed running my own consultancy business. I'm always making a calculation of, okay, how much time can I afford given how I've done work-wise this month to actually dedicate to the videos. And it might seem like it's insignificant, but it is absolutely not. The fact that I now have a very small, stable income from you guys plays a huge part in me having been able to tackle this many games in such a relatively short span of time. I know there are content creators who do way more than my average is 2.5 videos every week, which I still think is insane. I know there are people who release videos daily, but it's a little bit different if you're actually, you know, researching, practicing, taking notes, figuring out strategies for every single videos. Then you record it, then you edit it, then you add Patreon things at the end of each episode. Then you also try to take some atmospheric stills of an atmosphere of a given level of video. It's been incredible. I've also, for the first time last year, reached out to other content creators and did interviews with Vertigo, who covers the original Gothic and Gothic Remake unlike anyone else. Chris Carpineti from Raidercast, we had a chat about our hopes and expectations from the upcoming Tomb Raider games. And also Ross Scott from Cursed Farms regarding the Stop Killing Games initiative. And it's been absolutely mind-blowing. The reception has been excellent. And I also don't think it's a coincidence that the videos that can only be listened to do far better than those that kind of need to be watched. I get that, but I still want to do Let's Plays, even though it's a very old-fashioned format. Nevertheless, guys, I just wanted to celebrate briefly what I've managed to accomplish in such a relatively short time with your help. It is still incredible that 20 people, 20 of you guys go out of their way to do this, and even those of you who are not my Patreons, who just comment in almost all of my videos and pop in, give me a like, I really appreciate it. I mean, if you noticed, I have never told anyone in single one of my videos, drop a like or subscribe. And I know that it's strategic to do that. I know it results in an increased rate of people being reminded, oh yeah, I should probably do that. But you guys know you can do that, and you do that without being told so, and I respect that. And I'm not going to be telling anyone to do that, even though in a weird kind of way I now did it in this video, so I'm a hypocrite from now on forever. Anyway, what I wanted to say is just a huge thank you. I'm absolutely humbled with the reception, and I really wanted to just look back at what we've accomplished in the past 2 years, and I'm really looking forward to what's next. Now, guys, I also want to say something odd, perhaps, and that is, I hope you had an amazing Valentine's Day. Whether you've been able to spend it with someone you love or someone you just like, your friends, or even if you didn't spend it with anyone, but you spend it doing something you absolutely love, maybe just playing games. I really hope that was the case. It is incredibly important to not just be with people we love, but also to find the time for ourselves, for things that we love. And this is what often gets lost sometimes, especially as we try to accommodate others. I hope you had an amazing Valentine's Day, and it was also Lara Croft's 30th birthday. Now, I'll be honest, I thought by the time we are going to meet like this, I thought, oh, I'm going to be sharing exciting news about the announced LAU Remastered trilogy. The joke's on me. That's not happening at all, it seems. In April, it will be 20th anniversary of Tomb Raider Legend, and I thought that's the perfect moment. But it seems at this point that Crystal Dynamics and Embracer have been caught off guard just how much people request some playable, accessible, especially on PC package of these 3 games. And that just hasn't been the case. There have been streaming resources, wallpapers, new merch being sold. Tomb Raider 2013 released on iOS and Android, which technically is bloody impressive. I still cannot believe we've technologically reached this point when we can play it on a smartphone. But honestly, guys, it's not LAU remasters, it's not achievements brought to the PC platform, it's not exclusive content from Underworld playable across all platforms, and honestly, Tomb Raider Legend finally needs that next-gen content in a playable state, in my opinion. Nevertheless, I'm gonna eventually cover these three games either in their original form and somehow mod it, or hopefully we'll be talking about remasters not so long into the future. Okay, guys? So, a bit bummed out about the whole lack of proper celebration of Lara's 30th anniversary, in my opinion. But we are getting Legacy of Atlantis, apparently this year, more about that. I do hope they'll manage to hit that fall of 2026 as an anniversary to the release of the original Tomb Raider. Nevertheless, guys, more exciting news I want to talk about is, of course, the announcement of Gothic Remake's release date, and that's June 5th, which honestly feels like it's just around the corner, and I'd better hurry the hell up with my Gothic Classic Let's Play series. I want to wrap it up before I start covering the Gothic Remake. Now, I mentioned both Legacy Atlantis and Gothic Remake, and that's very important to why I'm not able to properly edit this video and why I haven't released videos in this past week. And that's that I am now in the process of upgrading my hardware. See, guys, I've played the Nyrus prologue demo for Gothic Remake, and I've seen the gameplay footage of Legacy of Atlantis, at least the one shown in the announcement trailers, and I know my hardware is not going to be able to put up with that. And especially not when recording, and especially not 60 FPS, and especially I decided since I'm upgrading, I might as well make it a proper substantial upgrade. What I want to do is bring you 4K 60 FPS of these games. Okay, guys? And that will take an absolute beast of a machine. This is also made doubly difficult with the whole economical inbreeding between Oracle, Nvidia, and OpenAI just consuming all the GPUs and CPUs and the prices skyrocketing. I knew I had to act early. So I got my hands on Lenovo Legion 9, and I decided, because I don't have the upfront capital to pay for it upfront, to actually pay it in installments. I'm gonna pay a little bit extra than its asking price, but it's nothing how much the prices are going to increase in the long run, and I'm going to be able to actually cover and start doing and putting out 4K videos early, which is incredibly exciting. So guys, this is one of the reasons why I took my time off transitioning my editing software, my business files, my video game save files, everything into the new hardware. I'm actually recording on the new laptop, but not everything is yet fully set up, especially as it pertains to recording. At the same time, my footage for the third Gothic Let's Play part and the base level from Tomb Raider 5 Remastered are already recorded on the old hardware, but I'm gonna edit them on the new one, put them out, and then from onwards, you should see some improved image quality, okay? I'm not sure if it's going to be substantially noticeable for Tomb Raider 5 Remaster. I mean, after all, it's a remaster of a game from 2001, right? And Gothic is a game from 2001 that I'm covering. But this is an important step in making sure that I'll be able to cover Gothic Remake and Legacy of Atlantis when they release. Okay, guys? And in proper quality. And honestly, anything less than 60 FPS just hurts my eyes and isn't gonna cut it. I honestly don't care about more than 60 FPS. I don't really see the difference between 60 and 120, but I just wanted to future-proof myself, also given the absolute insanity happening on the graphical and CPU components on the market, that I'll be able to give you proper quality videos. Okay, guys? So on one hand, financially a responsible decision on my part that I'm gonna pay for dearly. On the other hand, it's all going to be worth it in the visual quality. So I'm very excited about that. And since I'm now migrating to new environment, new hardware, that's why I was not able to put out videos last week. Okay, guys? So I just really wanted to meet you where I'm at and what I'm doing, and know that it's all done to make sure that my videos are of a higher quality in the future. I'm also going to be gradually improving my camera, improving my microphone, good old Yeti Blue from 2017. It needs an upgrade at this point, but yeah, it's also, I don't really have all my editing resources available at the new hardware where I'm recording, which is why this is gonna be just a raw recording uploaded onto my channel. I hope you can put up with somewhat decreased sound and voice quality and all that. So anyhow, guys, I think it's a very exciting update. We have such huge games coming this year, and I think especially given with everything that's happening in the world and the headlines making us think of the end of the world every single day, I think to a large extent being up to date and being engaged with what's happening is important, but also to have the luxury to afford at least some escapism into the world of video games, that is absolutely incredible. And I always wanted my channel to be this cozy place where we can all just partake, no matter where we're coming from, with our love for the games that we are sharing, maybe have different opinions, offer some constructive criticism, but still do it from a place of love to these absolutely beautiful works of art. And I think part of that is that my channel is still a very small channel, you know, which is why it's such a cozy place for us to meet. And there's something really precious about that. I want my channel to grow, of course. I want to reach more people, knowing that a lot more people have found my guides useful. But at the same time, there's something about the atmosphere of a small channel that's just something I think is gonna be lost once we grow past some point. Nevertheless, that's a very good problem to have in the future. So anyway, just wanted to meet you where I'm at. I hope you didn't mind listening to me rambling with absolutely no editing, no cuts involved, anything like that. And finally, I just want to again say huge thanks to my patrons who have made this possible. I mean, my rate of releasing videos the previous 2 years has been 2.5 videos per week, which to me is absolutely insane, given that somewhere between 10 to 30 hours go into a single video. That is just sheer insanity. And again, I wouldn't be able to do it without my Patreons. So, like I promised, at the end of each of my videos, I'm gonna give you a proper thanks. This time, however, since I don't have everything set up, it's gonna be without the Winston visual effects and sound effects, but I still gonna say thanks to each and every one of you. So first of all, I would like to say thanks to my loyal Winstons: Blankgoopel, Mick, Severin Drex, Enstickle, Katie Danger, Pooh the Two, Basic Briany, Bino, and Alex Clark. Thank you guys so much for buying me a delicious cup of tea every single month. Next, I would like to say huge thanks to my caretaker Winstons: Michael McConkie, Karavetu, Renegade Durney, Blanket Fox, Jonathan Jones, Dig Debbie, and BD92. Thank you guys so much for your support of the channel and for piping me full of vitamins to stay up and healthy to be able to do this. Next, I want to give special thanks to my veteran Winstons: Andrea Pavilianiti, Alexander, and Richard Dearman. Thank you so much for making it possible with your generous support to take the time off work to work out and look after my physical and also mental well-being. And finally, I want to give one very, very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for being an absolute legend. I just would not be able to maintain my release schedule without your support. and take the time off to have the luxury to put those many hours into these videos. I hope to see you there in the future. And again, thank you. I'm humbled each and every day that you guys have decided to support me with your hard-earned money. And also, I want to say thanks to my free Patreon members, people who just keep getting engaged in the platform as well. Every little bit helps, of course. Anyway, guys, that's really it. I just wanted to kind of freely ramble on. I'm not sure if you got anything valuable out of this, but just wanted to explain that the reason I haven't put anything out is me switching to new hardware, and not in the next two videos, but the videos after the Gothic Part 3 and the base video from Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles, as I recorded them on the old hardware. You should see some, hopefully substantial increase in quality, but all this is to future-proof myself so that I can cover Legacy of Atlantis, maybe Catalyst as well, and the Gothic Remake. Okay guys, so exciting things on the horizon, and I hope to see you next time. And until then, I want to wish all of you happy raiding. And I guess I should also say, may the sleeper awaken.